And now I welcome Mr. Carl Reed, our first witness. He's the president and CEO of Abbott Workholding Products in Manhattan, Kansas. Abbott Workholding Products manufactures chalk jaws, tooling columns, and various workholding fixtures. Mr. Reed is testifying on behalf of the Association for Manufacturing Technology, which represents American providers of manufacturing machinery and equipment. Welcome.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Committee members, thank you for this opportunity to address you. I must say that Mr. Moore and I have had an association before when I was on the Manufacturing Technology Board, and he has been a strong advocate of small business and manufacturing. Even though he's not in my representation area in Kansas, I would vote for him if I was able to do that. Your opening statement.
That took 1 minute of your statement, by the way.
Maybe it's worth it in today's market. The opening statement from both you, Madam Chair, Mr. Graves, is pretty much what we have identified very nicely in our document, which I'd like to submit for the record.
Without objection.
And basically, and these gentlemen, I'm sure, will amplify those same type of observations. So it might be helpful for the committee members to understand, maybe on a more personal basis, on the tier system we talked about. We obviously know the money is not funneled down to where it needs to go. In my particular case, I have two small businesses. One is in Kansas and one is in Arizona. And one is a foundry, so I'm really on the bottom of the food chain. So I actually sit the raw material and I make the tooling that goes into the machine tool company that some of these gentlemen have. They manufacture the product and it goes on the line. So you're really talking about 5 or 6 different levels that need to be helped. And at this point, no help has gone anywhere down, as you folks are well aware. It also should be pointed out, which I'm sure you're aware of, that we are not just associated with the auto industry, although that's a primary contact for all of our businesses. We are deliberately working on other industries because you can't afford to have everything in one area. So if the auto industry, a major player goes down there, it's going to affect aerospace, it's going to affect automotive, it's going to affect industrial, ag, anything, medical. So we have to be concerned that what we're doing in the areas of activity and help, hopefully, that we will get will allow the manufacturing sector, especially the small business, which you're probably aware employs about 80% of the jobs in the country are small business folks. So we make sure that whatever we do can go all the way through the manufacturing sector. And also, if we don't do something for too long, that American tradition of innovation and originality and entrepreneurship is going to be either bankrupt or going to be forced to go other places to manufacture those products, which, of course, we don't want to do. And being a former Navy captain pilot, I don't want the military aspect to go aside because we have to be able to provide products in a time of war or urgency. So with that, let me make a few suggestions that I might, in my business, and I think some of the others would tend to agree that might be helpful that we would do. First of all, the SBA program that exists.
If the first
in
panel
the past,
can
that's
take their
been
seats
used
while
for
I'm
primarily seed money to get new ideas, get going, and so forth. A suggestion that I might make, if we could come up with a plan where SBA could function as a local bank would be, which is now very limited to us.
I want to thank you all.
Give us some low-interest loans, make it a 15-year amortization, 5-year balloon, something like that, where we'd give us
my job, and I'm sure every one of my colleagues
has the same not seed money. We need operation working capital to stay in business.
Contact
so that'd be one suggestion.
With
most of us employ
business or
because we want to. We handle health insurance for all of our own
contact
folks.
Or have invented
in my
or
case,
have
I'm going to be spending $250,000 this year on health insurance
technologies,
alone.
Treatments.
If you would just to give an idea, my average employee at small business say is $15 an hour rate. So if you fully burden that, you're looking at $4,000 a month. Divide that into $250,000. I can keep 8 more people employed off the unemployment working if I had some relief for my health insurance costs. Another suggestion might be a very simple way is let's eliminate or at least defer FICA charge for a while. That immediately puts 15.6% back in the employer's pocket right away.
Vision for
keep,
those who are
you
brain
don't have to go
injured,
through
would think
the Washington
VA would jump on this stuff.
and the politics, and we officially have that right away.
that I guess
the
is
last
sort
thing
of
I
a
think
law
I'd like
of
to
bureaucracy.
suggest is if we can get some straight infusion of cash
easier
and
to say
stimulus,
no.
great, but I don't know how that's
So
going
what
to
I
happen.
wanted to do today
But
is
these other
highlight
three, I
a
think,
series
are
of
reasonably approaches.
different
And I must say, before I
medical
run out of time here,
technologies, treatments,
the $250,000 number that's floating about the tax
inventions,
increase
discoveries
that Congress is
that,
considering,
would seem to me
I want you to
to
aware that
many
most
people
small
that,
business, if you
I've
end up
talked to,
fortunate enough to
to
make
have,
250, that goes
great
back into
relevance for our
business to buy
veterans, and yet
machinery and
somehow
tooling and paying
does
for
not
health
seem to have
care.
been
We don't
introduced.
buy corporate jets. We don't buy Ferraris to be
So I would
driving
ask
down the street.
each of our panelists
So
to
I would caution you about any kind of a tax increase
summarize
whatsoever. Thank you
the
so much
medical
for that opportunity.